Hey guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to another live 40k podcast. I say live, if you're watching on YouTube, it isn't live. We say this every week. If you want to join us live, you can head on over to Twitch, follow Warhammer Liam on Twitch, and we do this live every single week. We've only missed a couple so far this year, and we're in September, so I'm very proud of that. That's very good. Tonight, I'm joined again by my wonderful assistant, Mr. Brom.
Hiya.
So Brom's here to do a live podcast with us because we're talking about a very special topic actually today, which is amazing. My doorbell's just gone off as well. That's weird,
it
isn't it? Yeah.
I'm just going to ignore it. Say hiya.
She's got the kids in the bath too, so I just leave them in there to drown. Anyway. You can join us weekly on Twitch and follow Warhammer Liam, or you can just wait and watch them on YouTube if you want to. And these are doing quite well on YouTube now. I think it's because we've gone for professional look. Super professional look is what they're probably doing well. Basically weekly we jump on and we talk about something, and it could be anything. It could be a random topic that we pick. It could be something that's recently in the community news. It could be all sorts. And this week's a very special topic because this last weekend, in fact, basically yesterday, I got back because it was late Saturday.
Yeah, super late.
We got back from Element Games up in Stockport, where we held the first ever DeploymentZone.tv open day.
Woo! I lost my voice a little.
Yeah, I lost my voice a lot. Winter's lost his voice a lot too.
Yeah.
So that was our first ever open day at DeploymentZone.tv, and we thought we would jump online and talk about it.
Damn straight.
Because it was bloody awesome.
I haven't stopped talking about it.
No, there's been 2 days of talk. It's like gone off as well on social media and everything.
Yep.
So the first thing I want to do, I've said this on the day anyway, but some people left early, and if you're watching this and you did leave early, then you probably missed it. But one of the things I want to say straight away is thank you ever so much to absolutely every single person that attended. It was not only an incredible event from our perspective, Element also thought it was an incredible event, and I was incredibly humbled, and Winters was incredibly humbled, and we were absolutely blown away by the attendance, by the support, by the comments, by the kindness. It's an experience I've never had before.
It made him quiet in the car on the way home. which
only for a little bit.
Only for a little bit, but there was some quiet time for Winters. And I think that it's overwhelming how much support and love that you guys received. The whole experience was.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was incredible. We were talking for ages, Winters and I, about what we were going to do. We wanted to do something annually for DeploymentZone.tv subscribers. If you don't know what DeploymentZone.tv is, it's across the top corner of the screen. The website is www.deploymentzone.tv. It's a website. It's owned by Winters and myself. And it's where we put on regular 40k content. There's battle reports, there's sit and talks, there's all that kind of stuff. That's a pain in the backside. I'll talk about what's going on in it. It's where you put battle reports, sit and talks, all that kind of stuff. It's a website for me and Winters. Now, apparently, this is breaking news. Apparently, the drains outside are blocked. The neighbours' drains, and I need to move my car.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fill.
So we're going to have an instant pause.
Let's go pause. Fly check.
And I'll stop and go, but I'm going to leave this, for once, I'm going to leave the cameras on so you can keep chatting to the guys on Twitch. Sorry, cool. YouTube. You won't notice, though. It'll be cut. And I'm going to go move the car really quickly so he can clear the drains. Brilliant. Thanks for that. Waiting until just after we started and went live. Sorry, people. We'll be right back. Right, duty done. We're done. We're back.
And we're back.
I just had to move a car off the driveway because unfortunately we're not in a studio location miles away from anywhere. We're in my house. The next door neighbour's got drain problems and I had to move my car. And there goes professional looking podcast for a brief moment. Anyway. So what were we saying? DeploymentZone.tv website, check it out. Full of 40k content, mine and Winters content's on there. There's loads and loads and loads of stuff on there, and we've just committed to doing even more stuff. Basically, we've committed to adding loads of behind the scenes stuff. So if we think something's interesting to people, we're just going to put it on the website because it's cool. Because people said to us over the weekend they wanted that.
Yep.
And actually, that was one of the things that was one of the best things about the whole weekend was the level of feedback we had from people and the constructive criticism. And it wasn't even criticism, it was just you could do this, you could do that. Loads and loads and loads of little ideas from a community of people that love the hobby that we love.
Tons.
Love it for the same reasons that we love it. And were telling us about things that they thought we should or could do.
Yep, 100%.
So we ran an open day and we did a specific structure to an open day on purpose. So the idea was the Friday we were going to go up, meet the guys at Element, have a couple of quiet drinks, go to bed early. Then on the Saturday, we were going to get up in the morning, go in after breakfast. We were going to set up, we'll have people turn up.
Yep.
We banded people, didn't we?
We did.
Because we had a number of people that turned up to the open day, actually, that had never played 40k before, or not played 8th edition before anyway. Or some people that had played like 1 or 2 games only. Yep. So they got green bands, green for keen. and new. And then those of you that were experienced and played more than sort of 2 games, more than 3 or 4 games essentially, went and got a red band basically.
Yeah,
and it was how we could differentiate who was a brand spanking new player and who was experienced.
Yeah, there was a few people trying to dope like me into giving them a green band, thinking that was going to make it easier. And he goes, well, I haven't played with this army yet.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Tagged, red.
Yeah, it was amazing, right?
But it didn't really matter. It was just a good like key place. That was the idea. The idea was that it was meant to be greens. Greens were new, and then we'd look after them.
Yeah, basically.
That was the plan, wasn't it?
So we did that, and then with your £5 entrance ticket, you got a £5 Element Games voucher and 5 free raffle tickets.
So we potentially win stuff.
Yeah, so that's like 10 quid worth of stuff, because normally they sell raffle tickets for like a £5 a strip, right?
Yeah.
It's like 10 quid of stuff for a £5 entrance fee. What more could you ask for? Anyway, so we did that.
Yep.
And then once the hall had filled up, and by God did it fill up.
There was a lot of people.
I thought like 6 people would turn up. Like genuinely thought like 6 people would turn up.
I thought at least 20.
Wow.
But I had high hopes.
Yeah. So when we turned up there was like 6 people already there. And I was like, oh, okay, they're keen. They're interested.
Waving at us as we pull up in the car.
And then like another 10 or 15 people turned up. And a lot of them were like regular dudes whose faces I knew. And I was like, oh, okay, this is probably about right. And then it just filled. And I was like, this is amazing.
And that was the Friday.
Yeah. I'm on about the Saturday morning, obviously. I know. And then what we did is we did a lot. Well, we normally on deployments, we call them DZHQs, and essentially what they are is it's the old more Winters series that we used to put on YouTube. So where Winters and I just chat stuff, and we thought actually let's do this a little bit different this time around. Let's do a fan forum kind of thing, I guess. So people could. It was like a live Q&A actually.
Live Q&A would be a great way.
So we had this legend with his little microphone, and people put their arm up if they want to ask a question. He ran around with his little microphone, give them the microphone, they asked a question, and we answered it. And that was amazing.
Yep.
Like that went down really well.
Loads of people randomly just chucking up questions, throwing things out there, a little bit of banter, a few thank yous, and then it just kept going and going. And eventually, I thought people are going to ask questions, but they already know everything. They already know things. They already interact with like through Discord and things like that. So and messages and YouTube comments. So actually, maybe they haven't got loads of questions. Maybe they have, but maybe they haven't. Maybe there's 20 minutes in this, and we'd allowed a good hour of chats, and it kept going. We had to call it. Like you
had to stop.
I've got to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we got to look. And then it was like, last question. Come on.
There was chats in the there's people in the Twitch chat saying DZHQ could have gone on all morning. It literally could have gone on all morning. It was amazing. And actually, we've got plans for the next one, which we'll go on to later in the podcast.
Yes.
And this is that we're feeding people on YouTube live now what's going to happen in the next one, just to tempt them in a little bit more so you can come to it. Yeah, that's what we did. Anyway, so we did that. That was an hour, and we finished that, and we went on to the first round of games. And what we did was we basically stood there because these people with green bands who were new and fresh, we didn't want them to come up against a night player or someone who's going to turn up and just try and wreck face. And some people like to play brutal 40k. That's fine. But we didn't want to put the new players against those people. So what we did is we asked very kindly if the people with red bands, if there was anyone who would be prepared to stand up, come forward and take a green band with them to help teach them 8th edition. And this is one of the most incredible moments for me, like genuinely one of the most incredible moments for me was the fact that we asked for that, and there was a absolute plethora of volunteers who stood up, walked. That's a community. That's amazing.
I'd like pre-warned that a few of our regular people that have been to Patreon events for Warhammer that maybe this would be a great thing, and I really would like them to do it, please. And I might call on their help, and it would be great if they could help out a few people, but they didn't have to. And when the hands for the red went up, all of them were in there, all of them standing up, all of them offering a help. Along with a load of others.
Oh, it was amazing.
Loads of people.
That's community spirit right there. And that's guys going, I'll tell you what, I'll take the new person and I will teach them the edition. And actually, I did a bit of walking around and they were genuinely teaching people. Look, it was amazing. It was a real, it was a skin-tingly moment that we had experienced guys who absolutely 100% wanted to volunteer and help new players learn the game. And if those new players have left this weekend, having had 2 games of 8th edition 40k with people that know what they're doing and teaching them the rules, then that's an event success in itself, in my opinion.
Even one, there was a lot of people, like pretty much everyone played the first game. We had another game later in the day that had a lot more people chilling out and chatting. But the the first game was
all the
pretty
tables were
much
packed,
everyone.
right?
Yeah, everyone. We thought that we'd fill up half of them. They were every single one, and we were pushing on the bounds of a painting tutorial thing in the corner. It was like, no, we just filled everything.
Yeah.
In fact, I cleared a bunch of scenery off of a table that was being a storage point to make another table.
Yeah, so mind blowing, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. And next time we're asking Element to hold the whole hall for us, so we can fit more people in, which is good. So, I mean, from my perspective and from Winters as well, I know for a fact we want to say a massive, massive, massive thank you to those people with the red bands who put your hands up and said, yeah, I'll teach a new person. Yeah. Because not only are you legend for doing that in the first place, because potentially some people might have the perspective that I might not have the game I want to have because I'm going to be busy teaching someone. Yeah. And to throw that to one side and go, no, screw this. It's about the community. It's about teaching new people. What amazing, amazing, amazing community spirit that is. So thank you so much. But also, I know on behalf of those new players who went, and some of them came and spoke to us, again, thank you, because those guys had a wonderful time because of you people in places as well. And that's wonderful. So some of you guys, not even me or Winters or Brom, some of you guys made those people's weekends because they were able to enjoy their first, second, third game of 40k. That I can't ask for more.
There was a few that you wander around and like we tried to get across all the tables and remember what was going on all of them. And I specifically remember a few instances, and they had like Stylist was teaching a lady that had been away from the
one of the most wonderfully painted Bane blades I've ever seen as well.
Oh, apparently that's 15 years of painting going in there.
That was incredible,
awesome.
Right? Yeah,
it was amazing. And he taught her her first 8th edition game, and it was like one of those standout moments. And he's like rolling through every little phase of the game, teaching as he went. And then there was a claw on the table behind with two on one. Like
he was teaching two people.
Teaching 2 people. 2 lads turned up for their first game. They looked like they were a bit shell shocked to start with, but they were there for a good time, and they played the claw, who plays orcs, and you get fun with the claw. So you get fun with the orcs. And it's just
as Dan proved in his big debate. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like hats off the claw who taught 2 people on his table on the next table. I mean, legend. Yeah. What a legend. That's incredible. So you guys are all brilliant. Thank you so much. People like Stylist, the Claw, Mordy and John, all you guys that are regulars of ours as well, that also, and people that have been on YouTube and then helped others. What absolute heroes you are. Thank you so much. And then we broke for lunch, and that was a catastrophe. Because we went over the road, didn't we, to go and get some lunch at a well-known branded restaurant. And I don't think they'd have got a sandwich out to us in time. No, they barely got Coke out in time, yeah. I don't mean I mean the drink.
Yeah.
And so we came back, having had nothing to eat, and ordered. And we delayed the next part by half an hour. But at 2:30, we then started live big debates. If you've watched DeploymentZone.tv, you know what the big debate is. If you haven't watched DeploymentZone.tv, the big debate is a mini comedy series that we ran for a little while that we are looking to invigorate. And we tried to invigorate it at the weekend. But because of the state of some of the people involved, Winters, I'm not entirely sure we can use them. We'll talk about that later. But we are looking at bringing the big debate back because people do seem to enjoy it. And basically, we have 2 people and a host, and they have a random topic. It can be something stupid, it can be something sensible, and they argue it.
Yep.
And there's 3 rounds where you have 3 different sets of statements: opening statements, argument, counter statements, and closing statements. And then the judge normally wins. And we said, well, the crowd can decide. And that was the first moment for the whole weekend I panicked.
Yeah,
genuinely, the first weekend for the whole weekend, and actually the last moment that I panicked as well. Yeah, why because we stood there and we said, "This is what we're going to do. This is kind of how it's going to work." Someone can debate against me. Winters is going to be the host. Who wants to volunteer? And we thought after the DCHQ, people would throw their arms up and get involved. And I think people were probably, maybe we made a mistake being against me with Winters in the middle, because maybe some people were a bit intimidated to some extent because it's a big debate. And if you don't know your law or you don't know the topic or whatever.
I definitely think that was a thing.
I think it was a massive thing. So I shit myself because I thought this is going to fall flat on its arse. We've had such a good day. Please don't. And then the legend that is Stylus stepped forward.
Yeah.
That dude needs a medal.
There was a moment where they were like, "It's okay, we'll get someone up here, a regular, to like show you how it's done and break the ice." Brom or Mikey, and I was like halfway through a KFC, and I was like, no,
mouthful of chicken.
I was like, no. But the I was coughing while you were hosting. But Stylus, you owned it, damn right.
Yeah,
and he schooled you.
Yeah. Well, we can't win ourselves, can we? In the big debate so live.
I think you tried.
I had a dreadful argument, and it was one of those moments where I came away from that and went, I could have argued this, and I could have argued this, and I could have argued. Damn it! But fair play, Silas was excellent, and then it started to flow a little bit, and a couple other people got up and had a go, and we did a few of them, and we stopped. And I honestly think if there was one thing we would probably change next time, we might not do that. We might not do big debates, just because I don't know if they worked as well.
Feedback, guys. What
I actually think. So rolling into what we're going to do next time, I'm hoping to do next time. I actually think this is potentially now a Saturday night activity. I'll explain to you why later. Anyway, then we went into a second round of games where this was a little bit more relaxed, but we offered the same opportunity. If you're happy to teach, come forward and teach, pay yourselves off, etc. And there was a load more games that played, which was brilliant. There was a load more games that were played, and there was also a load of games that weren't played. Like, people were happy to go and mingle and just chat 40k, chat hobby, come and talk to us, talk to Winters.
It made it really hard to get people paired up because everyone's just milling around. Are you playing? You're not playing. Are you playing? You're not playing. Oh, you're not playing. Good. Do you want a game? Okay. The next one. Do you want a game? Do you want a game? Do you want a game? And it was really good. Like, we got all the way through that, to the point where I even managed to set a game up between AdMech and a Stomper, which had been given away by Element that weekend.
Yeah. We shouldn't mention the state of the general manager when he gave that model away, but yeah.
No, I'm not going into that.
But yeah, there was still a load of games that were played. We should mention before those games were played that we did have a raffle as well.
Yes.
And we gave away a bunch of prizes. We gave away 3 battle mats. We gave away an Apocalypse Orc box. We gave away an Apocalypse Eldar box. We gave away a Raffle Rapture box. There was dice given away. There was command point tokens given away. Loads of stuff. So we gave away a load of stuff as well. And that was, the prizes were for the raffle tickets that you got given for free for walking in.
Yep.
I love what we did. I'm so proud of it.
There was a prize given away because someone put their hand up.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. At the very beginning, the way Winters wanted to break the ice is he had an Apocalypse box set thing, which is like your starter box for Apocalypse. And he said, "Who's interested in Apocalypse?" And everyone sort of looked at him and he went, "Put your hands up." And there's like a couple of hands. He went, "No, who's currently playing with it? But put your hands up if you're interested in Apocalypse and you want to get into it and you think about giving it a go and you've got a big enough army." And then arms started to go up and he went, "There you go, have one." "Oh, okay, thanks very much."
He just closed his eyes, pointed it in a direction, opened them and picked someone. Good.
So that was amazing, and that was just to try and sort of break the ice and loosen it off. But the rest of the stuff we gave away in the raffle tickets, and I don't feel bad about that because all the raffle tickets were given away for free when people turned up, so that's quality. And at 6 o'clock we ended it, and I was really sad to end it. I was exhausted, but I was really sad to end it. And I was exhausted partly because of Element's fault.
Yeah, it was definitely their own fault.
It was completely Element's fault.
Yeah, they encouraged it.
Yeah, the
tiredness was their fault.
Yeah, so we may have turned up on the Friday and popped over straight away and said, "Let's go meet people. Let's go introduce ourselves." Because we hadn't, Winters and I, both of us hadn't been to Element before. It's the first time we've been up there. We dealt with them a load over phone calls, text messages, emails, etc. But we hadn't seen them, so we popped over. And I cannot honestly say as well, when I first walked into the Element Games store, I was blown away.
It's everything.
Have you seen that thing? Is amazing. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know what it looks like, head on over to Winters SEO. Yeah. His YouTube channel, and watch his behind the scenes video that he posted on Sunday, and you'll see inside the store, I have never in my life seen a hobby store stocked like that one. And that's not all their stock, because they have a warehouse below.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought that they might have just stuck everything out on the shelf because there was so much.
At one point, there was no Invicta Warsuits on the shelf. Yeah, so Matt went down to the warehouse, he came up and he put 6 on the shelf. 45 minutes later, Winters and I went to the shelf to pick a couple up for the 13th. They were all gone. Matt went back down to the warehouse, grabbed another 6, came back up. They've got a warehouse below with more stock in it.
That's insane.
Madness. Absolutely. It's one of the greatest. It's like a hobby mecca, kind of, apart from Warhammer World, obviously.
Yeah, you had to get through. If you watch Winters' video, it's an exciting video that takes you on a journey. Yeah. This journey goes to many wonderful places.
It's an emotional journey.
It's a very emotional journey. And if you can get through to Saturday, because there's quite a lot of content before Saturday, then you'll see it. Well, it is epic.
Yeah, this is where we're going. So we had a walk around the store, we went to a load of people, and then we walked into the main gaming hall, the Northwest Gaming Centre, which is another. So both of these, both Element Games Wargaming Web Store and Element Games Northwest Gaming Centre, are on Instagram and Facebook. Check them out on both. Give them a follow, a like, etc. I'm in love with Element now after this weekend. We walked through to the gaming centre, and of course, as any good gaming centre does, they had an inbuilt bar. Brilliant. And Element said to us, what are you doing for the evening? Well, we're going to go back over to the hotel, sit and have a few beers. Whoa, we've got a bar. We'll keep it open for you.
Yeah.
And I said a couple of beers, a nice relaxing evening, in bed by like 11:30, chill out, be well rested for the next day. When did it finish, Brom? When did it finish?
Yeah, 2.
I
left at 1:45.
Yeah,
because I wasn't staying for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah. Matt's a bad man.
Yeah.
And Jay, the events manager, is a bad man. And actually, that was also one of the greatest parts of the weekend.
Yes.
It's something we're going to actively incorporate in the next one. Yeah. We're going to include this as part of this is the plan, because it was great fun. We basically had a bunch of people that had agreed to meet up in the bar at Element. Well, we basically agreed to meet up for drinks, and we then later chose the bar at Element. And there was, I reckon, 20 people, maybe 15 to 20 people-ish.
Yeah,
that sort of number. And the drinks flew, and the chats happened, and it was going all night. And it wasn't like it got to 2:00, and I was going, gee, like I didn't know it was that late.
No,
it just went. It was so amazing. And what we also did, we borrowed their back room to film some big debates against people that we probably can't use, or we have to put them behind a paywall and an age restriction. Jesus,
and
Winters.
edit the hell out of them.
And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like I said, head on over to Winters and check his behind the scenes video, and you'll hear him in the evening getting progressively more
merry.
Yeah, that's a great word for it. Merry. He was merry. Definitely merry. Yeah.
There was a fairly lubricated fellow, Chris, who might have slightly...
Dark Angels Chris.
Yeah, Dark Angels Chris. From the Pride of Dawn.
Pride Before Dawn campaign on DZTV, yeah.
Yeah, 3 episodes of awesomeness. Might have fell asleep under a table. Yeah.
So
it was awesome.
There is also apparently chatter in the chat, on the Twitch chat, that's Ridley saying that actually Matt at 5:30 in the morning on Discord blamed me for it. I want to say it's not my fault. Had nothing to do with me.
We'd left ages before that.
Nothing, honest. But anyway, yeah.
And then breakfast happened, and we were like, I was starting at 9. Okay, so a nice start, a nice early start. And at 8, I'm at breakfast with Mikey P and some of the regulars, and we were having breakfast, and it was really nice and tasty. I'm like, I wonder where they are. I wonder if they've got up and gone for it already. I'll give Liam a text. By the way, breakfast is looking great. No reply.
I was awake by that point as well.
Yeah.
I was in the shower, I think.
If you look at Winters' video again, there's not a lot of movement in your room.
No, when he vlogs that piece in bed, I was already in the shower, and when his alarm went off, and his alarm was set for 8, knowing that we had to be in Element for 9. When his alarm went off, all I heard was no, no, and I was in stitches because I don't want everybody on YouTube or Twitch to hate me. I don't do hangovers.
No, you're annoying like that.
I just don't do hangovers. So we had a great evening, and I knew I'd be okay. I'd be tired, but I'd be okay. And he wasn't okay. And I knew he wouldn't be okay because he wasn't okay at No Retreat 7 when we did the same thing. And Kat specifically said to him, don't drink, especially with Liam. And he did. So it's his own fault.
Yeah.
Anyway, like 6 o'clock hit after we played the second round of games, and we wrapped it up at the end of Saturday, and we said thank you to everyone, and it was genuinely.
People didn't leave.
I don't like to admit this. It was genuinely a little bit emotional saying goodbye to people because it was just such a, like I said, and I mean it, and I'll say it again, It was such a humbling day for us both. We got back in that car and drove home. And the drive there, we had because of Winters, we had about a 5-hour chat, right?
Yeah.
Because this is a non-40k aside.
Yeah.
We left his house and my sat-nav, and I have a relatively newish and fancy-ish car, and my sat-nav says, go this way, Liam, because there's traffic and it's a Friday. And Winters goes, no, don't go that way, go this way because it's quicker. Winters, do you get live traffic updates in your head? And I don't know, under that hat, maybe he's a servitor. Maybe. And he went, no, honestly, it's quicker, go this way. And my car was saying we were going to arrive at Element at 4:20 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We went Winters' way. We arrived at Element at 5:50 in the evening. Never listening to that man again. But what it did mean was
solely blaming Winters and not me for giving you the wrong postcode twice.
Yeah, that happened as well. I forgot about that. I actually forgot about that. It's by the by. What was good about that, however, was we were trapped in a car for like 5 hours, which is incredible. Yeah.
I think there's a new model there.
Yeah, it's the best place for business meetings because you can't go or do anything. You can't be distracted. Yeah. So we had a 5-hour business meeting on the way up there, which was very positive, talking about the future of the business, the future of the channel. And then once we'd had what was one of the most amazing days in my whole hobby life, we then had another 4-hour business meeting on the way back to drop him off, which was even more positive than on the way up there.
It was.
Wasn't
super, it was very, very positive.
Yeah, you were involved, right?
It was like...
One of the things we did talk about is next year's open day.
It's a big topic.
Yes, it's a massive topic. So, Winters' calendar for his next year's roster is coming out this month. We're in September. It's coming out this month. So this month, him and I are going to nail a date for next year already. And we're going to tell the people of DZTV when that date is, of course.
Yeah.
Probably for a DZHQ, which we can now probably do from his house and my house because he's agreed to buy a new camera and microphone. I nearly fell off my chair. But you were there. You witnessed it.
It was... There was many firsts. And Winters going full tech is almost there.
So, the next open day.
Amazing.
And the reason why I want to get this out on YouTube quite quickly as well is because there's a lot of feedback. So, this isn't set in stone. This is the current plan, subject to change. But this is what we think is going to happen. The next open day, we're not going to do a day. We're going to do a weekend. We're going to plan a weekend upper element. We're going to specifically aim to arrive lunchtime to late afternoon on the Friday so we can get settled, get the hotel room sorted, have something to eat that's substantial, and not that we bought pizzas for everybody. And we're going to arrange to meet people in the bar at Element on the Friday night for a good drinking and enjoy ourselves. Okay. For the next day, the Saturday, we're going to run it relatively similar. We're going to have the same sort of format. We're going to do the red and green band so new players can have the same experience. We're going to do a DZHQ or a fan forum or a Q&A, whatever you want to call it, but we're gonna run that session as an entitled Q&A. So the first one will be general, general Q&A. Ask any questions you want. Then we'll run our first 1,000-point game like we did. Then we're going to break for lunch, and after lunch we'll come back for a second Q&A that will have another title. We're thinking something like Channel Armies or Narrative or whatever. I don't know.
This is topic specific.
Yeah, topic specific to keep it on track because the first DZHQ we did on Saturday could have gone on forever. Yeah. Then we'll break for another game. Then Saturday we'll continue the tales of drinking in the bar, and I'm thinking that could be a time where we could do big debates because people will be a little bit looser. They've had a few drinks, they've enjoyed themselves, it's a bit more relaxed. It'll be a chilled atmosphere. Then we can do big debates that won't have a camera. No, it just makes more sense that way, and hopefully people will be a bit more relaxed. Come back Sunday morning. A later start time will be required because it's Sunday and there'll be Saturday night. However, we'll do another final fan Q&A, so a third one. So basically, it'll be 3 1-hour sessions, and that one we'll be talking about the business and the future of the business, and the future of the channel, how it's going, where we see it going. I'm hoping that what we do from now on the DZ Open Days is on the final Q&A session, we'll do like a Warhammer community reveal. Some big piece of news that only the people at the Open Day will know.
It'll be amazing.
I think that's cool. I think that's a really nice thing to give people for turning up. And then the third game isn't a game. I mean, you can play it. You're welcome to play a game. But what element we're going to ask them to do is set up a big table at the back of the room and
some chairs to watch.
We're going to have a showdown.
Full showdown.
We're going to do a live Liam versus Winters on the DZTV Open Day on the Sunday as the closing gambit. Once that's finished, we'll do the raffle. We'll say goodbye to everyone. Everyone can leave at probably 3-4 o'clock on a Sunday at the latest and go home and enjoy themselves. But we want to throw down in front of people, and you can be on Team Winters and you can be on Team Liam or whatever you want to do. You can hackle. We will. I mean, some of the stuff you don't see because we cut it out on camera. It'll be all in. Everything will be in.
And do you know whose fault this is?
Yours.
Not what? No, this is your fault.
Yeah.
Because you suggested it, and I repeated it in the car.
Yeah, they did suggest it as well, yeah.
They did.
And you were taking notes all weekend, right?
Yeah. I was taking random notes at random intervals of things that you guys said. And one of them was that it'd be really good to see you play and see the armies and see them on the table. And actually, that was really, really good. And then you were like, ooh, this could be amazing.
Ooh, someone just said, will Winters be playing Eldar? That should be a thing.
No, you can't be mean to him on his open day. Like that you can't. They were already mean enough. They were wearing T-shirts with Farseer Winters on it.
There was like 2 or 3 of those. You guys are also absolute complete heroes. There's like 2 or 3 dudes who turned up with custom made by themselves Farseer Winters T-shirt. Andy H's was amazing. The front of it just said "This is a thing," and I was like, "That's brilliant." And then he turned around, the picture was there. We're going to make them available for sale soon.
Yes,
because they're just so good that I can't not do that. How I'm going to make them available for sale, I don't quite know, but I want to make that thing because it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the intention is to run it like that. So a 2-day event essentially, with that kind of structure. And I mean, we were there talking about it with you. You think it's a good idea, right?
I think it's an amazing idea. There's also the games won't be 40k only. Like, get some small tables on the side, kill team, have a few set up, just so you get the mini battles. Because actually, the 1,000 points, that was really nice, simple little games. They all finished roughly when we hoped they would finish for the day, and it didn't tie you up. Actually, we saw people in the second games go in for it, like finish the 1,000 points. Go, actually, I fancy 1750 now.
When we left,
staying a bit longer.
When we left, people were still playing.
Yeah,
people were still. People stayed the extra night themselves anyway, which is why we're like, well, we might as well make that a thing.
I saw a doubles tournament like game going on, and Stylus and Mikey P threw down, and I'm not sure Mikey P came off well.
I think Mikey P got 7 victory points.
He did.
Yes.
To 20?
No, Styles got 14, I think.
Okay, 14.
I don't know, it's a bit of a dicking. Oh, Mikey P got dicking.
Yeah, but it's all right. That was Stylus making up for the fact he'd been so nice earlier in the day.
And Waff Boot says he did his best, Stylus. I see, I got your name right. You see that? I genuinely, right? So today I've been on Instagram. Yeah. We have got an Instagram push on the channel. I don't know if you've noticed. You might have done, but between myself as Warhammer and then you as Warhammer Brom and Warhammer Mikey and now brand new Warhammer Chris.
Yep.
We've got an Instagram push on. There's a DZTV Instagram, and Winters is now on Instagram as well.
It's the other technological thing.
Yeah. So we've got him on Instagram, and that was a great effort by Quipster to get him to do that as well. Yeah. What a legend. So he's on Instagram. We've got loads of us on Instagram. I was going through it today, and Stylus on Instagram is Waff Boot again, and I was like, I need to get this right.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of our biggest fans, and I keep saying his name wrong, and I feel like a dick, so I need to get this right. So there you go, Stylus. So specifically for you, I spent half an hour today practicing it, and my oldest son was like, what are you doing? I think he thought I was having a stroke or something. He's like, what are you doing? Waff Boot. Waff Boot. Like, no, I'm not talking to the dog.
But you asked me, what's Stylus's Instagram? I was like, Wolf Boot.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it's not. It's not. I went, it's kind of like that. Look, here you go. And showed it because I was following him.
Because he just copied what I've said in the past, right?
Yeah, I know. Waff Boot.
So the open day was incredible. I loved it. I think many people probably went home many pounds lighter after they'd visited the web store.
I did.
The store, sorry.
Yes.
You did.
Apparently, yeah. Lots of people were very, very restrained as well. Lots and lots of people on Discord saying they only bought paint. I did not buy paint.
Why did you do that? Why did they do that?
Because they did. Or not because I think they were being good because it's a whole weekend there. So maybe they were spending it on alcohol. Maybe they got too drunk the night before.
Weird people.
Yes. I didn't. I bought models. So
when we do the next one as well, I'm hoping we can try and cram a few more people. So we only opened up 80 tickets this time, and they all sold out. And we were kind of thinking like there'd be like maybe a 20% drop off or something, and actually it wasn't
like 6.
Yeah, it was good. It was I am lost for words. I mean, you saw it for the first time ever. I was lost for words that weekend.
Yep. You had this like puzzled look.
Yeah.
Wandering around. To be fair, it was slightly less puzzled than Winters had on most of the time, as he bounced on adrenaline around every table saying hi to people.
Yeah.
It wasn't a small little effort. There was no like, I'm going to stand in the corner and just accept people that happen to come near me and I chat to them. There was active wandering around, which was amazing.
Something I said to a couple of people on the day, and I want to reiterate this on YouTube as well, actually. Genuinely, one of the reasons why we put the open day on in the first place. So some of the stuff that's come out of the open day, the publicity's been incredible. Like genuinely, the stuff that's gone across social media, the people are sharing photos and stuff. I love looking at all of them, and I've got people on Instagram that are tagging either Warhammer or deployments on Instagram, and I'm seeing their photos, and I'm like it's just incredible to see what was going on throughout the day because no matter how busy we were, I couldn't see everything.
No,
of course you couldn't see everything.
No,
so it's amazing. So if you've got pictures from the day and you haven't tagged us, tag us. We want to see them. We definitely want to see them. So it's been incredible to do that. So that sort of stuff's been real positive from the weekend. But we didn't do it for that. We didn't do it for that publicity.
Nope.
We didn't do it to make more money through Element. We didn't do it to encourage more subscribers because they were already subscribers. We weren't doing it for any other reason. The only reason why we wanted to do the open day, genuinely, between Winters and I, and we genuinely discussed this as well, was to give something back to the community, to say thank you to them.
Demonstrate.
So we wanted to get as many people we could into a room, like the Northwest Gaming Centre, and say, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting us in this first year. It's been amazing, and it has been amazing. Thank you. And what happened was not what we anticipated.
The first comment.
Say, hi, Paul. You're a bit of a pain in the arse. Because you threw us straight away.
Yeah. It was a random... And we'd like to thank you. Oh, what? No, what? No, this is about doing stuff for you. Stop saying thank you to us.
Yeah.
No, we're doing this for you, and thank you for putting this on, because now we can all get together and hang out and do our stuff.
And that
be
really,
with you guys.
that genuinely really threw both of us, because we were genuinely there to say thank you to people, and he turned it around on us straight away. It was like, well, what do we do with this? Yep. What do we do with? I don't understand what's going on. So you're an arse. But I love you anyway. And that really threw us. So what we also did after we'd done that first DZHQ, we made a conscious effort to bounce around the room. Like honestly, one of the things him and I had discussed was we wanted to make sure that we went around the room as much as we could and chatted to as many people as we could, because that was the whole point. I don't want to stand there in the corner and let people enjoy themselves. I want to go and chat to people. I want to engage with people. I want to hear what they think. I want to hear what they think is good, and I want to hear what they think is bad. And I did want to hear that. And I want to say thank you to everyone.
I think you kind of thought at the that would be the plan. So launch the first game, and everyone would go off and play their games, and you could get round. And it wasn't like that, because lots of people wanted to chat at that point, and that was the ideal moment. We'd stopped, and other people had things to do, and it was a thing. Let's go and say hi, and they all came over and said hi to you, and just
amazing, absolutely amazing, incredible.
Yep.
I'm lost for words. Genuinely lost for words at the end of that day. So thank you so much, everyone that's involved.
There was so much friendliness.
We are genuinely invigorated now, and there is a whole new push going on in the background that some of you guys won't know about. There was some stuff that we mentioned on the open day that I'm not going to repeat because it's for the open day. Some things that Winter said about some of the stuff we're doing in the near future with the channel. Some very exciting things that are coming. I'm really, really, really positive about the future of DZTV and its community as well. And that's that word. I want to drill that word as well. Community. The things that happened on the Saturday. Actually, that's a lie. The things that happened from the Friday all the way through to the Sunday.
Yep.
Because we weren't involved in all of it, but it still carried on. The drinks and the party basically that we had on the Friday night, the event that we had on the Saturday, the people prepared to teach new people, the live Q&A, the big debating. The fact that they carried on and stayed another night in Stockport when we left.
Yep.
That's community. Okay.
It is a community, a massive one, and it's not just about you two either. So they're all supportive. There was a massive spirit. There was massive push. The amount of games you go up to and you chat to, and they'd be chatting about this narrative moment that had gone on in their battle report. It's the spirit of the whole community is this narrative-driven, friendly atmosphere thing. Walked into the first bar, got given a beer. I hadn't asked which one I wanted.
No.
They just knew I wanted that.
Yeah.
Cheers, Chris. But and it was just like, yeah, here you go.
Something I want to talk about very quickly as well. I don't normally do this when we're doing the bit for YouTube because it's not something that normally happens. But a huge shout out to Thunderwing Doomslayer 1, who's just gifted 5 subs on Twitch to 5 other current viewers. You legend. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Wow.
And there's 3 other subs that have gone off as well, which we will I will chat to you guys once we finish the YouTube part. But I don't normally do the Twitch stuff on YouTube because it's a YouTube video. But that's immense. You absolute hero. Thank you so much. But yeah, that spirit. Exactly. And that was a feeling. Now we what also happened at the weekend. It was the first time that Winters and I met the boss, the big boss of Element. Okay, the director. He's a right nice chap as well. He's a really good dude. Actually, we filmed a video with him on the Saturday. I disappeared off for an hour and we filmed. So not only is he the director of Element, but he also owns Artis Opus and the brushes. And he's got a Kickstarter that's not long finished for the Series D brushes, which are, I can honestly say now, incredible.
Yep.
And he's obviously mad about his product. So I was chatting to him on the Friday night, and he was talking about the brushes and he said, well, I could do a quick tutorial tomorrow if you want. So we got the camera set up and we filmed a tutorial with his new brushes that will be on Warhammer very, very soon. What a legend he is. And that we built a really good relationship with him. Element are very positive about their relationship with us in the future as well. So someone's already said as well, will the Northwest Gaming Centre be big enough next year? Probably not, but that's where it's going to be. I can't think of anywhere bigger that we can do the same sort of thing we want to do. But yeah, he came in and he filmed a a dry brush session with his new Series D. They're going on general sale early next year. Look out for them. The Series S are already for sale. I think the Series M, I think they're currently fulfilling the quick starter orders, and then they'll be up for general sale. I don't know.
I cannot believe what you can do with those things.
I can't. Well, I don't know if it's those things or him. Either way, amazing.
It could be, but still,
yeah,
the potential is there.
Very impressive what he did with those airbrushes. You'll see the airbrushes, dry brushes. Yeah. You'll see them on the video as well. I filmed it in 4K, so I can zoom in post. I'll only produce it in 1080, but I filmed it in 4K because I could, basically. And he's a really good dude for tutorials as well. So I'm going to get him on more tutorials.
Nice.
Like, he's really good for tutorials. And I never realised this, actually. It's an interesting story. Element Games started 6 years ago, and it was in his shed. He started Element Games in his shed.
A man in a shed.
A man in a shed. That's where it started.
How great British things have started.
How all great British things have started. A man in a shed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he started Element Games in his shed. And to see what it is now, that dude must be proud as punch, because it's amazing. And they, the staff, like, we have a rep, Matt. If you're in Discord, you know Matt.
If you were there Friday, you've seen him at his lowest.
Yeah. But this is what I was going on to with your community chat as well.
Yeah.
He got involved.
It wasn't even meant to be there.
Jay got involved. John got involved. They all got involved. And it was.
Yeah, we dragged John into
it was Nirvana, right?
The potential of these massive debates.
Yeah.
And,
it was absolute hobby Nirvana, wasn't it? To
yes,
be fair.
It was.
Everybody was involved. Everybody was smiling. And one of the chats I had with the Element Games big boss man on the Saturday, which is where I was going with this, is he said, genuinely, the atmosphere was one of the most incredible he thinks they've experienced in the Northwest Gaming Centre. He said everybody was smiling. Everybody was smiling. All of them. They were all happy. The mood was incredible. The vibe was incredible. The atmosphere was incredible. And he says that they don't experience that very often at all. Yep. Any event that happens in their place. Now, they run events like every week. So that's saying something. That's
proud.
That's the community. That's what we have. Yeah. And one of the discussions we had on the drive there and back, more so on the drive back because of the experiences, that word, that thing, that community is something that we're now going to actively build on. Yep. I'm not going to give away how or what.
No.
Or make promises, but that is something we are going to build on. That community, that DZTV community. I'm so excited about that alone. Genuinely. Because I think we've done it with Warhammer. Okay?
Yeah, and our Discord is amazing. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. And to the point where Mikey P was able to, on our DZ open day chat part, go, by the way, we're staying over at Element. And people came over. Because they monitor it, they're on it, they're around it. And it was just non-stop. And it's been non-stop since.
Yeah, Again, I haven't kept up with it.
No,
I can't believe how many patrons we've gained. I can't believe how many comments we've had. I can't believe how many Instagram posters there've been. I can't believe how many Facebook comments. I cannot keep up. I genuinely cannot keep up.
There was a funny moment I had with one of the guys. So I mentioned the painting tutorial thing that went on in the corner. So there's private lessons, group lessons.
It was
how to paint.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they were painting. I didn't get a chance to have a look. But one of them came over and said, "Hi. What is this? And do you guys, are you local? And how do I get involved? Because I want to play some more." And then there was explaining and sharing and whatnot. And yeah, hopefully he comes to join us.
He has.
Has he?
Yep.
I've missed that.
Yep.
Where? All right. So I'm going to say hi to you because I also missed your name because you had to go back and we didn't get a chance to get you in. So that's cool. I'm going to find you on
he joined.
Discord.
He came and found us. He's part of the community now. That's how we sucker people in. Go. That's how we sucker people into the community.
We just made a lot of noise. We had to be quiet. We were actually relatively good.
I don't think we were
too loud.
I think we were quite bad. And if you didn't think we were that well, I didn't even think we were too noisy, then I'm ever so sorry to you doing the painting classes. Yeah. I don't think we were. I think we tried to fill up from the front, but it was hard to avoid that corner when we filled the whole stuff. Sorry. But yeah, you guys were doing a good job as well. Did you have a look at what they were painting?
No, I had.
I saw a couple of models, and apparently, according to one of the comments, they were all painting blight haulers. I only saw a couple of them. They were blight haulers, and the ones that I spotted, because I didn't want to go over there and impose, because they were having their own sort of thing, were incredible as well. So whoever that dude was who ran that painting course on Saturday, you did a great job.
And it was apparently they're regularly done there. Element hosts them regularly. It's about 80 quid ish. And you get a model, you get 8 hours worth of tutorials, and it was a small group. It was no more than 9, 10 max. So you get some dedicated sort of one-on-one time as well. So that's awesome.
If any of you guys also live anywhere near Stockport or Manchester type direction and you haven't visited Element Games, I urge you to go and visit them because it's just a special place. And it's full of amazing staff as well that love their work, which is really, and you can tell, you can feel that's a thing.
They knew what 40k was.
No matter how much of a mess Matt looked on Saturday, he still clearly loves his job, and he was a mess.
Do you know what I was shocked by?
Why?
The number of t-shirts.
DZ t-shirts.
Yeah,
it's good, isn't it?
It was immense,
and some people weren't even wearing their DZ t-shirts.
And I didn't even
Chris.
I hadn't even seen like some of those shirts in those colours.
Oh, there you go. Simon says his name is Rec Ferret on Discord.
Thank you, Simon.
So you can go find him now and chat to him. Legend.
I'm glad you've had some more sleep as well.
The Claw says, I've never been before to Element, but I'll be going back. That's great. That's the sort of thing I'm loving as well. And that's the sort of feedback we want directly for Element. So that means Element thinks we're even better than we already are. That's the thing, right? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I've also been told they host regular casual 40K gaming night every Thursday. I know I think it was the Thursday before we went up, they had to put a post out on Facebook to say no one else can turn up. No one else can turn up because we're full. We haven't got any space on a casual gaming night on a Thursday. So perfect. Okay, right. I think we've covered the open day.
I think so.
There is a load more exciting stuff coming for both Warhammer, for Winter's SEO, and for Deployments on .tv. If you're not subscribed to any one of those three, I urge you to join us. Obviously, the Winter's SEO and Warhammer YouTube channels are free to join. If you're watching this, you're not a subscriber, hit that button. If you've not subscribed to Winter's, then who are you? Why have you? I don't understand. Because most people know who he is anyway. But if you haven't subscribed to Winters, subscribe to Winters. There's loads of exciting stuff to come. We're doing loads more behind the scenes, although most of that will probably go through DZTV and keep you guys in the loop. If you haven't subscribed to DZ, I urge you, even if you just give it 1 month for £5 and you decide you don't like it, you've lost £5. But I think you'll probably love it. Recently, we had not the Pride Before Dawn, that was another campaign.
Yep.
You're
going to remember it.
No.
No, don't look at me.
Hang on a minute.
Come on. Say hi, Paul.
Death of Hope.
Death of Hope.
There's so many campaigns. I was thinking of the other one. I knew it wasn't that one.
Yeah.
So the Death of Hope campaign has just finished as well.
And
that was incredible.
For it.
And we are midway through filming the next campaign that's coming, which is the Champion of Chaos. And as Winters told you in the car, I am very excited by that one. Very excited by that one.
What I'm most surprised about is the fact that Winters is also really excited about this one.
Yeah. Only because he wants to beat me.
I know.
This one is narratively driven, kind of, but it's also we want to kill each other, which is cool as well. There's a whole campaign of that stuff, the Champion of Chaos. So, John, you are right. It was the Gamma Kids that I was thinking of. So that's also another campaign between Winters and Say Hi. But there's loads of stuff. And we're looking to try and put even more on. We've recently had a website overhaul. I think it's much nicer.
Yep.
I think it flows nicer. I think it's a lot easier to work with.
And it matters because actually everything is now in an order of when it was uploaded. And going back to the Death of Hope and campaigns, actually there's pre-elements to the Death of Hope that happened in videos before about the founding,
and now it's all in order,
and now you can follow it.
Now it makes sense.
Yes.
And we've also got PayPal. So if you can't pay via credit card, like a lot of people couldn't, we've got PayPal now as well. So you can join versus PayPal. Very, 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 very soon, because I think it's either next week or the week after Winters is down here filming. The week after that, I'm up there filming. So we shall wrap up the Champion of Chaos campaign. So that will start going live on Deployments.tv soon. And basically, if you don't know what it is, I'll explain it very, very briefly. We are both running Chaos. He's running Death Guard. I'm running World Eaters. And we have chosen a Chaos Lord each. And we start at a really tiny little scale. And it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. And one of the champions, one of the lords, has to become the Champion of Chaos. And there's ways in which they win now. I'm not going to give it away. You need to watch the first episode. First episode will be live on YouTube as well as on Deployments.tv. So you'll be able to see it on YouTube. And you'll be able to see what the concept is and how it works. And then you'll be able to subscribe to get your fix because I think it's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. But I would say that because I'm involved.
And then that's not the end. Because while at the open day, another one was planned.
And another one.
And another one was already in
didn't say too much about them.
I'm not saying there's stuff
but there's
and things.
Two
and there's
more
two
planned.
more.
Actually, that's a lie. There's 3 more planned. So there's 3 more coming.
There is 3 more planned. I remember the car.
Yeah.
The 3 more planned.
Yeah, so I'm so excited by that, and we're hoping to start running some sort of campaigns here soon as well, which would be cool. Perfect. So there's loads of stuff coming. We're invigorated. It's going to be knackering and tiring, and another year of really hard work, and I cannot wait. Genuinely, I cannot wait. So that's that. Anything you want to add about the open day, Brom?
No. Oh yes, actually, I thought of it and then I've forgotten.
Don't shake the whole table because the cameras wobble.
Sorry, guys. So you don't have to be a UK resident to come to the Parliament Zone Open Day.
No,
we had Germans.
Yeah, the Germans invaded again.
Yeah, they're lovely as well.
They were awesome people,
and they've had hobnobs now, so they are very, very.
We
pleasant.
did gift them. That happened when we were there. That happened. People turned up and they donated tea bags and hobnobs and bourbons and. It was like the three wise men arrived. And it was better than gold frankincense and more. We had hobnobs, bourbons and tea bags. Yep. That's awesome. So yeah, thanks ever so much.
The Germans can't get hobnobs, so they ate some hobnobs.
They have some hobnobs now,
which was amazing. And I was so grateful that they came. They couldn't play, they couldn't transport their armies, but actually...
And this is one of the reasons why we're looking at opening up kill team tables and stuff next year, because those guys said that they would have bought a kill team, which is really cool. So there's going to be more ways to play next year as well, we're hoping, which is really good. Right.
Cool, that perfect. Is it. Yeah, now I'm done.
So if you were there and you came and joined us, thank you ever so much for joining us on the open day and having fun and being part of our community. We've now discovered this DZ community that exists, and it's a real thing now. It's in front of us. It was there, and it's amazing, and we want to capitalize on that definitely, and we want to make sure that you guys feel like it's a community and you enjoy yourselves as well. If you didn't make it to the open day, if you couldn't get a ticket or you couldn't just get there, but you're a member of the DZTV family through the website, then thank you ever so much, because all of this wouldn't have happened without you guys. So thank you so much for joining us on the website. If you're not a member and you're thinking about doing it, just give it a bash. Just give it a bash and give it a go. If you hate it, then I'm sorry. But I don't think you will. Otherwise, the guys that support us on Patreon, on YouTube, on Twitch, all the various avenues that you guys are following us and supporting us. Instagram, Warhammer Brom, there's Warhammer Mikey, Warhammer Chris, Warhammer DZTV, or Deployment Zone as it's named on Instagram, Winter's SEO. You guys are all amazing. Even if you're just a free subscriber or follower on one of those platforms, you're amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I don't think I've ever been so humbled in 32 years of life as I was over this weekend, and still am today because some of the feedback has come through. So thank you so much. Also, whilst we're here, I want to say a massive and huge thank you to Element, because you guys are incredible. They have been our sponsors from the point that we went to Element and said, we're looking for new sponsors. This is our concept. This is what we want to do. And we chatted to them and they went, yes, we want to be involved in that. Yes. And from that point onwards, they've been our sponsors. And I don't think we'll ever lose Element as sponsors because those guys are incredible.
Concept to this is a thing.
No, yeah. It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Those guys they've been so supportive all the way through from concept as well, like you say. And finally, I'm sure everybody who was there on the day also wants to join me in thanking you.
Me?
You.
You
were an absolute fucking superstar. You were a superstar on that Saturday, and we underestimated how busy we would be. And without you, it would not have run so smoothly. So genuinely, thank you so much for what you did on Saturday. But yeah, good.
It was amazing.
But Brom took his whole army up there and didn't even play, and you just organised a day. You were a hero, hobby hero. So thank you so much, Brom. So you didn't expect that, did you?
No.
Don't expect me being nice to you very often. It doesn't happen very often.
No, you don't.
But it could just happen, and now and again, I just don't normally film it.
Yeah.
Right. So thanks very much for joining us. You guys are all heroes. Like we've said, if you want to join us, if you want to join our community, head on over to www.deploymentzone.tv. Subscribe to us through the website. There's a merchandise page. We have apps. We have an iOS app and an Android app. Although there's some minor problems with those at the moment, but they, on the whole, as far as I'm aware, work. So come and join us there. And we look forward to speaking with you as well, because it's amazing. And there's more stuff to come, and they will be announced through DZTV, DZHQ video type things, or podcast or whatever. I think I've managed to get Winters to agree to do an actual podcast, an audio-only podcast that we're going to put on once a month on iTunes and Spotify.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I'm so excited. So yeah, loads of stuff coming. It's really exciting. If you watch the YouTube video that came out today, as in Monday, you will see that we've recently announced a new member of the team. So there's genuinely loads of stuff coming, and we're about to get ready soon in the next couple of weeks. I'm hoping to film another video, which is the next channel announcement for the next member of the team. So good. So much stuff coming. So excited. So thanks so much. That's everything, right?
That is everything.
Right, perfect. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to join us on the next live podcast, head on over to Twitch and search for Warhammer Liam. Follow us on the home screen. There is a big image of all of our dates. I was hoping to put that image on Facebook as well, but it got overtaken by a nice big banner of all of us. Yeah, which is brilliant. Which was a photo taken by Quipster Nerd on Instagram. Follow him. He loves
a good selfie.
He loves selfies, yeah, and he got all of us as a team together as well. So check out that.
Yeah.
And that's about everything. Thanks very much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.